This is a video I hope to have as a response video to my first accident driving, but it's going to be related. And what I want to talk about, I'm 53 years old now, and you see all this stuff in the papers and on the internet about 60, 70, 80-year-old drivers, reflexes slowing down, eyesight going bad. Well, that's not only with the 60, 70, 80-year-olds. The 40s and 50-year-olds, my reflexes aren't what they were when I was a teenager or a 20s or even 30s. They're not bad, don't get me wrong. They're fair, but they're not what they used to be. Nobody's at my age or in their 40s. Nobody's reflexes are what they used to be. Now, there's 3 ways to get out of an accident if you can, if you have time. The first 2 are obvious. The brake pedal, if you can stop before one to avoid it. Second, steering wheel, steer away from it. The third may surprise you. And when this man I talked about in the previous video backed into me, it might have been the way to get out. Braking just meant he would have hit the car more toward the driver's door. Steering to the left would make me steer toward him. To the right of me, this alley wasn't that wide, was a parking lot. So that, with cars, that wasn't an option. But here's the third way. There was nothing in front of me. And this is what surprises people. I've used this in the past and had it work, and that's the gas pedal. I was in a company car, going through a 4-way stop with right-of-way, and as I'm turning, I'm making a left-hand turn, I see this car coming down the street, and I'm thinking, whoa, he's not going to stop. He's not even to the stop, and I'm going through the intersection. He's going too fast. He don't realize it's a stop. So, about the time I hear brakes start locking up, I nail the gas. And he comes to a stop without hitting me or anything else. So, but by that reflex is slowing down, but you can be smarter. The other thing is eyesight. Now, a lot of people in their 40s and 50s need glasses for reading, but they could also have a slight nearsighted prescription. That's me. I do not have to have glasses for driving. But I have a pretty smart optometrist who suggested I wear glasses for night driving. And I finally started, after balking for a few years at it, taking his advice. And I found out what difference that makes. So if you go in for an eye exam in your 40s or 50s, talk to them about it. I mean, I know you could still have 20/20 vision and just need the over-the-counter readers. I understand that. I've got videos on the channel about having LASIK and having to go back to glasses part-time. But talk to your optometrist if you're a little nearsighted. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, whether or not it works for you, if you're a little farsighted, I do not know. So maybe somebody in the comments can post whether or not that would work if you're a little farsighted. I've never been farsighted. So, like I say, I don't know about that. But this is just some food for thought. This is just, like I said in the last video, I'm fairly new to YouTube, and I'm giving my opinion. So, I'm going to cut it here, and have a good night.